So I'm pretty much making this video because I really wanted to keep up or just provide you with an update of what I've been doing for the last few months. So in my last video, I told you that I graduated from a bootcamp. I also told you that I was actively looking for a role and a position, and I've been lucky enough to have been able to go to have been offered a position for a Java developer to become a Java developer, which I'm very happy about, to be honest. I'm really looking forward to starting that position because Java was the first language that I learned, and it's something that excites me. And to think about the next chapter in my life is also interesting, but at the same time, a bit scary because I don't know how it's gonna change, how my life is gonna change within the next few years. But I just wanted to just have a quick chat with whoever is listening regarding my experiences or my experience doing a bootcamp and also learning to code. So in my case, it took me around 1 year and a half in order for things to start going the right way. So did I waste a lot of time? Yes, I did. I wasted a lot of time at the beginning. I wasted time not knowing what to do, not taking action with a few things, and also not following the right advice. So from all of this knowledge, from all the stuff that I gone through during the last year and a half, there are three things that stand out to me. The first one will be that if you really want to get into coding, I will say I will spend a bit of time self-teaching to see whether you like it or not. If you like it, you will continue doing it even after that month, and you won't rely on motivation. Do not rely on motivation at all. Just keep consistent, and consistency will help you get there. In my case, something that did not work really well was that I tried to work at the same time that I was learning, and that really put a lot of strain on my time. So I did not really have enough time to learn as quick as I should have. But that is something that I regret doing. So the first one, learn for a bit, do it yourself, then perhaps join a bootcamp, perhaps hire someone to help you, or do a master's. That is my opinion. There are people who can do it, but there are also people like me who cannot have that organization, or who cannot organize or structure their studies. And more studies that well, and more when it comes to you having to research what to study and how to study. I can work really well when I have a structure. I can work really well when I have something planned, but not when I don't have a plan. Second, I would say that once you start feeling comfortable with HTML, CSS, and with JavaScript, I start applying for jobs. And do not aim to apply for high-paying jobs. That is something that I did at the beginning. So I was aiming just for jobs that were paying 40,000, 30,000 minimum. I did get a few calls. I did get one or two interviews, but then they went nowhere. I just wasted my time most of the time. So I just went for a lower pay range, and that really helped me to get more calls as well. So whenever again you feel comfortable with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, start applying for jobs as soon as you can. Apply for graduate schemes. If you are a graduate student, or even if you are not, you can still apply to them. Apply to partnerships. Apply to anything that might come your way that is low paying, and by low paying I mean below £30,000, but above 22,000, let's say. But try to get that experience for the first 6 months or for the first year. After that, you will be able to make a huge pay jump. And the reason why I'm saying this is because if you focus on just those high paying jobs, you will not get them on time if you're not fully prepared, or if you're not capable of it, if you don't have the qualifications. And you might spend like 6 months working towards getting a position that you think that you deserve, but you could actually have gotten a job earlier, and by you having gotten the experience, you're actually more valuable, and you then after another 6 months you will be able to move or transition into a job that will be equally as paying, and you will have saved a lot of money during that time. So that's one advice I can give you guys. Second advice that I can give you is let me think about this quickly. When you're applying for jobs, learn to sell yourself. Learn, have a structure, have everything clear in your mind. Have at least repeated what you have, or what you have in mind, or what you usually say before interviews. Repeat it in your head 10 times and get it there. Do not make it sound like a script, but just try to make it sound nice. And try to sell yourself. Do not just be honest. For a very long time at the beginning of my interview process, I was too honest when I was interviewing with companies. And by me being too honest, the companies did not call me because my honesty did not match to what they were expecting. And by that I mean perhaps I was just telling them my life, or perhaps I was telling them why I switched coding. So I changed things slightly. I changed the approach how I took interviews. I started to see the job description as more of as how to sell myself list. So I will go and say, if you're looking for API, for someone who can work with APIs, for someone who can do this and this, I will be like, I've worked on these projects, this is what I got, this is why I want to do coding in less than 30 seconds or 20, and these are the evidence, this is all the knowledge I got, and blah blah. And just tell it. Don't just say, oh, I'm very enthusiastic, I did chemistry, I studied this, and then one day when I went to this place I realized blah blah. No, keep it short, under 2 minutes, and you will bang it. Also follow a good method for replying answers, not for replying questions. It might be a star method, it might be any other method, but follow it because it will help you structure your replies, and it will also help you get the interviewer's attention, because if the interviewer can understand you or can understand what you're saying, he might be able to relate to you. Third thing I will say is work on your LinkedIn and also work on doing a bit of networking. So try to add as many people to your LinkedIn profile. By you adding loads of people, you're not actually increasing your chances when you make an application, to be honest. But what you're doing is you're making yourself stand out. And also, if a recruiter ever starts looking for a job for someone who might have your skills, you will appear on top if you have a mutual connection. In addition to this, if you are constantly updating your CV on a weekly basis or monthly basis, you can also do this, which is apply or use that CV and update it in several websites, updating 5 different websites, and do it weekly or monthly or bi-weekly. How this will help you, it will help recruiters see you on top of a candidates list in case that they start looking for any possible candidates within the next few weeks using those websites. Very often I used to do this. I used to update my CV on those websites every month, and by me doing this I managed to get a few calls, and I managed to land interviews, even though that those interviews were not related to software development. I managed to land some interviews, and those really helped me to prepare for the actual ones. And I would say that is one of the easiest ones to do. Yes, you will constantly be updating your CV, so it's fine. And I would say if you are one of those who already has a job or is about to start a position, I had a really nice conversation with a friend yesterday after I went to do a bit of dancing. He is I would say head of engineering for his own company. He's a head of engineering for his own company. He told me that if you are on the field and if you are only for, let's say, getting a comfortable job that pays you well and you just do enough so you can get paid, that is fine. You don't have to do that. Just keep doing it. If you're someone who wants to make more money and wants to perhaps try harder and sacrifice a bit of your time, but perhaps get in the future some reward for it, you can do that. But you will have to put the time, and you will have to see other people not put as much effort, and you have to ignore those people. You have to be like, you are doing your own way, you're doing the things on your own way, and you're walking your own path. People make the decision of doing it because once you leave that company, once you move on to another one, you will be able to, let's say, take those skills with you and become more valuable to someone. So do that. Don't waste time and become valuable. I would say that that is pretty much everything I wanted to say regarding my case and regarding the things I've learned during the last year or so. And I will leave it with that, to be honest. If you got any questions, if you got something that you would like to share, something you would like me to cover, just drop a message down below, and I will try to get it sorted as soon as I can. I think this is the second video that I've uploaded in a while, but anyways, whoever is watching this, enjoy.